Lindsay, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are gonna do my December TBR, and for this TBR I do need to pull a challenge prompt because I did not finish October's. I had a great reading month, but I failed to finish several of the prompts, so we'll get our first challenge prompt. Yeah, so I'm very excited about it. It's currently the middle of November and I'm doing good, so feeling pretty good about that, but we also feel good about October, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm not gonna pull more than one challenge prompt in 1 month. I feel like that's like setting myself up for failure. So either way, we're just gonna pull the one, and yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. And that will be with my old TBR jars. These are books that are like over 2 years old that I have on my like physical TBR that I own. Okay. Let's see what it could be. Dominicana. Okay, cool. This is a book of the month book from a long time ago. I used to do their subscription, and I don't remember at all what this is about. 15-year-old Anna Cancion never dreamed of moving to America the way the girls she grew up with did in the Dominican countryside. But when Juan Ruiz proposes and promises to take her to New York City, she must say yes. It doesn't matter that he's twice her age and that there is no love between them. Their marriage is an opportunity for her entire close-knit family to eventually immigrate. So it looks like she leaves everything behind that she knows and moves to New York. Cool. So, Dominicana should be fun. it's actually gonna be January, but I will be in New York City for a little bit of the holidays, but this looks to be kind of fun. All right, so that is the old TBR pick, which I just never know what's gonna be. There's all sorts of stuff in here. But it's been really great for finally getting to those, because I definitely wouldn't if I wasn't doing this. Okay, similar vein is the nonfiction, which is like really always makes me nervous. I've had to veto things before, and I may again because I just yeah, we'll see. Okay, but I do choose two, and then between those two, I think there's two, I will choose one from them. Architects of Intelligence. Okay, I think this is one book that my partner has, so I just put everything on my nonfiction shelves. Everything I own on here, so, oh God, no. The Greater Yellowstone Ecosystem. Okay, this is interesting. I might veto both of these, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this is not working, this jar. Okay, well it worked last month in November. Architects of Intelligence. Ugh, it's not even my book. I feel like I should have put it on here, hold on. I think I have to veto both of these, and here's why. I might just choose another, we'll see. So this is like, I don't know where this is from. Fairly certain it's my partner's, but it is so long. Like, I think it's a collection of, I don't know, should I try it? Maybe I could try one more and then choose. But I believe it's like a collection, it looks like it's like interviews. It's really freaking long. It feels like a freaking textbook. Like, it's 500 pages. All about the truth of AI from the people who built it. I mean, it could be interesting. The reason I'm vetoing the Greater Yellowstone Ecosystem, and I'm kind of giving myself a little liberty here, because I feel like if a book has to do with a place, I've realized that like I want to be in some way interacting with that place when I'm doing it, and there's no way I can take a trip up to Yellowstone. It's actually not that far from where we live, so I could potentially do this if I pull it again in the spring sometime. But with the holidays, there's just no way we're gonna be able to go up there. So I have to, like, there's no way I can read that book now, like, while I'm not at all have anything to do with Yellowstone. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do, I feel like it's cheating, but we're gonna do it. I'm gonna pull one more, and then I'm gonna try to choose between these two. Ugh, I'm so nervous about this. Beyond Civilization. Okay. Okay, so Beyond Civilization is a Daniel Quinn book, and Daniel Quinn wrote Ishmael. I had very much a Daniel Quinn phase when I was like, I don't know, my late teens maybe. He has just like an interesting way of explaining things in Civilization and kind of like how we think and view things. It's been a really long time since I've like engaged with his work, but I think I will go ahead and just choose this. I'm not gonna let myself pull again. Please, anyone who has this like huge, I don't know, lots of nonfiction they want to read, have a better way of going about choosing how to read them and getting themselves to do it, please share. But we're gonna choose this, and I will say, after reading the back of this, like, I am interested. Like, I'll keep this in the jar, I'll put it back in. I feel like it could be really interesting, but I think I am gonna stick with my repull for this. I don't know. Maybe it is a lesson and I should just try, and that's the point of this. But I also might change it just generally to choose 3. I feel like it's just so hard. I like really want to be able to like read nonfiction and take in what I read, which is part of why this is a bit of a struggle. But for now, The Greater Yellowstone and the AI book will go back into the jar. Starting off great. We need to choose prompts now, and okay, I have 3 prompts, and then I also need to choose my challenge prompt. I'm thinking I'll start with the challenge prompts, maybe. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I had to retrieve them from behind the bookshelf. They're just in this little envelope because there's only a couple of them, and they're just prompts that are harder to like find books for. So let's do this first. Okay, I chose one. See what it is. I totally forget what I put in here. Oh my god, of course I would get this. Of course. Oh my gosh, I have an idea for this. Okay. A book published in the year I was born. So I was born in 1995. Oh, I hope this fits. I think The Golden Compass was published in 1995, and that could also work for a reread. Okay, this is like, I feel like this is a bit of fate and maybe too easy. I swear that, well, this is not this easy. It's just like this one book, but not only was The Golden Compass published in 1995, but it was literally published on my birthday, July 1st. So like the day I was born. So I feel like that has to be it. Now, I read this as a kid. So I don't actually have the book here. I have some of the books I had when I was a kid, but I think they're all at my parents' house. And it actually works out so well because we're going there for Christmas. So I will hopefully be able to read this while I'm there. That just like works out way too well. So that was the challenge prompt. And it's funny because I think this was like the only book, I thought of it quickly because I think it's the only one that I knew was published this year. I didn't know it was published on my birthday. But other than that, a little bit more difficult. So, because the only other book that I know that was published this year, I'm pretty sure, was I Who Have Never Known Men, which I've already read and loved. I guess could be a reread too. So there's a couple options, but that was the challenge prompt. Yay! Okay, so something worked out well. Nonfiction went not great, and challenge prompt went pretty great. Okay. Okay, so we have The Golden Compass. Now, these are my normal prompts. Okay. I want to get way in there. Something I haven't. Let's do this one. A science fiction book. Love something easy and straightforward. Okay. Let's think about it. I do have, I'm already reading Orbital. Oh, I know. Okay. Okay, I actually have some really fun options for this. I have Toward Eternity, which I also talked about in my last TBR video because I was considering it for the prompt that was about a scientist. So I definitely could do this. There's also, though, The Mimicking of Known Success, which I'm really excited about too. This one's more of a, I think it's like a mystery and sci-fi, like a mystery that happens in space on the human colony on Jupiter. So both sound so good, but what do I do? What do I do? Okay, I think I have to go with Toward Eternity because I was already like considering that last time, and I feel like, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, this one is about, I read it last time too, so I won't go into it, but I believe they've like developed this way to replace cancer, or like to eradicate cancer by replacing like the cells in the body with these nanites. So it is about like that technology and like something that happens, I think, when somebody disappears or something like that. That might be a little off, but I think it has to do with like this new technology and consciousness and stuff like that. So, and Anton Hart is a great translator, so I'm very excited to see how his book is. So we got a couple more. Okay. Oh, okay. I just pulled this one last time, so I'm gonna re-pull. It's a book set in a country that I have been to, which I could do, but my goal with these was to leave them out for 1 month so I don't like repeat prompts a ton. So I'm just gonna re-pull it. Okay. You kidding me? I feel like this is punishment. You wanna know what it says? A nonfiction, and I'm already struggling with this. Oh my god, I'm like, do I read the other one? Is it just telling me I have to read that book about AI? I just don't want to. I guess the positive about drawing this is I can actually choose my own nonfiction. I was like thinking about it. Let me look. I made a decision. I have been trying, like, this book has just been on my bedside table for months, so I was like, I think I should get around to it. The Warmth of Other Suns. This is a story of migration. Isabel Wilkerson's been on my TBR for a really long time, and I believe it's essentially about like the migration of Black citizens that fled the South for northern and western cities. Looks like from 1915 to 1970. So, and how that changed America. So, we'll read that. Can't believe we're doing 2 nonfictions. Although I will say Beyond Civilization, I don't think is going to be super heavy or hard to read. So that's a plus for me. One more. All right. Get weight in there. Okay. No, no. Okay, I don't know how I managed to do that, get all the way in there and still choose another one from the last one. I chose a book written before the year 2000, which I also just did. I'm just trying to confirm that. Yeah, I chose Jane Eyre for the month of November, so I'm putting it back in. I thought about just like doing it anyway, but I'm gonna stick to that rule because it makes more fun. Okay. All right. Interesting. A favorite book of an influencer that I like. Okay, first I gotta choose an influencer. I feel like I have not been in a super like social media mode recently. Maybe I'll choose like a booktuber or something like that. This could be kind of hard. So I think what I'm gonna do is surprisingly, even though I know she's been on BookTube a long time, I've discovered Books and Lala in the past couple of months, maybe 6 months or so, and have really just like vibe with her videos. Are so fun. And I was like looking through her stuff. She did a video a month ago that is titled New Favorite Books and like reading stats. So I'm gonna just like from that see if I can choose a book. Okay, I just realized that video was like for the quarter, so I'm not sure that's like the best thing to do. I think what the better thing to do is so the top one for that quarter she had was I Was a Teenage Slasher, which I do know, and I just recently filmed my Goodreads Choice Award like video, and it's funny because I was on there. So I could choose that because I was like number one of that quarter, but I think what I'm gonna do is maybe go back to her like top books of 2023 and choose like that. And it looks like she has 9 favorites from 2023. So that took me a long time because I figured out that Books and Lala, her favorite book of 2023 was a nonfiction, and I'm sorry, I'm just not doing another nonfiction. That'd be 3. I just can't do it. So I also pretty consistently watch Carrie Can Read or Carrie Cakes, and I've been watching her for a really long time. And so I know that her favorite book of 2023, and I went back and double checked, was One for My Enemy, or at least one of her tops. So I feel like that's a good choice that still follows the prompt. So we're gonna choose this, which is very funny because I'm reading the Atlas 6 this month, so it'll be 2 Olivia Blake in consecutive months. But I think this is super different. I don't honestly think that I had any idea what this was about. It seems like some kind of like Baba Yaga retelling, which is just really interesting. And it takes place in New York City. So I guess there's these 2 like rival witch families that are fighting to maintain control over their criminal empires. And yeah, they're both like run by different people, one by this like Baba Yaga figure, the Antonova sisters, and the other side, the Fedorov brothers, the crime boss known as Koshi the Deathless. Anyway, terrible explanation, but that is what this talks about. So it seems like there's a lot of tension, and yeah, I guess we'll see. This feels like actually from the description super outside my wheelhouse, so we'll see how this is. But okay, we got it. One for My Enemy. And now I have my sort of like supplemental ones. The reread is going to be taken care of by the Golden Compass, which is great. Don't need to worry about that. However, we have seasonal reads, which I'll start there. And for that, there's a couple of Christmassy books that I want to read, but the one I'm going to put on the list is Spectacular by Stephanie Garber, and this is like this Caraval novella. So I'm very excited about it. I picked it up at Barnes & Noble, and it just like was really beautiful. So I thought it would be like such a fun like Christmassy read. Oh, look at that. That's so pretty. Oh, even underneath. So yeah, hoping to get to a couple others, but this is what we'll do for the seasonal read. And then the last thing are classics. And I struggled with this a bit because I usually think about it beforehand, at least a little bit. And I'm still not totally sure that this is the right choice to make, but I think we're gonna do it. And my goal is gonna be to make progress in War and Peace. So I'm not guaranteeing I'm gonna finish it because it takes a long time, and it has taken me a long time. I just haven't been back to it. I was reading it last winter, and I just kind of stopped for a while. So I'm like this far, which is not bad. Like almost 400 pages in. Oh my god, that's so funny. I forgot this is a book. Anyway, yeah, War and Peace, and hopefully I will get maybe another big chunk, like a third. That's like maybe around a third, a little over, but like that's like, so I'll try to get through like another third of it. And yeah, I just like couldn't really decide. I feel like this for some reason has been like a winter book for me, and I know it's been a little while since I picked it up, but I've taken a lot of really detailed notes on this, so I'm just gonna go back through and like look at those real quick so I don't have to reread anything, and then I can jump back into it. So again, this looks scary, but I've already read a lot, and I don't necessarily plan on finishing the whole thing. I'm just kind of taking my time with this one. So yeah, let's do a bit of a recap. We have, where did we start? Oh no, okay. We started with Dominicana. So we have that for our TBR, old TBR shelf. We have Beyond Civilization as the nonfiction one. Then we had Anton Her as the sci-fi. Oh, We had The Warmth of Other Suns as the second nonfiction. One for My Enemy as our influencer pick, and War and Peace for the classic, Spectacular for the seasonal, and then the Golden Compass for the challenge prompt and for the reread. So it looks kind of crazy, but I actually don't feel like it's that bad. Like, a lot of these that I chose ended up being kind of more novellas or like shorter, on the shorter side. So I think it shouldn't be bad. These all seem not too bad. This could be chunky, this nonfiction. And we got our War and Peace, but I actually think it's super doable. So yeah, I'm excited. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.